What's
What's
up?
up?
What's
What's
up?
up?
It's
What's
your
up?
boy, the real beat
Real
up.
beat up
And next to me is
is
the
the
Woo
Woo Star.
Star. What up,
Yeah, y'all. What's up? What's
ITV
up? This is ITB Next Level Podcast.
podcast?
This a Tuesday edition. The birthday boy is in the building.
Yes,
Birthday,
sir.
birthday, birthday. The real
Ah,
B Dub. Yeah.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's your boy, the real beat up, and it's the a real brother's birthday. Hey,
Birthday, birthday,
hey, good.
birthday.
Hey, you know, Priscilla
Yeah.
called me today and did that. You know how we be on it. She say, birthday, birthday,
Birthday,
birthday. I said, oh,
birthday.
you gave me a
I
woo, a
got you.
taste of what we be saying.
Right.
What's up, everybody? Yeah, me and the Woo
How
Star.
y'all doing today? Yeah.
See y'all yesterday in the
Yeah.
fall edition of
We
us.
decided to do a birthday edition, you know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
sir.
Cause the brother, he said, man, I want to do it on my birthday.
Yep.
You
So
know.
I said, let's do it on my birthright.
Yep.
So that's what
So
we
by
doing.
us, right, by us being the makers, owners, the controllers of our own show, you know what I'm saying? We can do that.
We can do that. Yes,
Yeah,
sir. Have it when we want to. All I really
we can
want
do it
to.
when we
Yes, I
want.
really want to.
Well,
So, yep, it's me and the Woo Star, man. We chilling, kind of hit it up with y'all. You know, we're not gonna be on here long, but we're gonna chop it up because
yeah, we're
y'all
gonna
do
chop it up
know,
real quick.
yes, Sunday was Easter.
Sunday was what they call Easter.
Easter. Yes, sir.
Yep,
S-I. Easter. But yeah,
we
we
got
wanted to
some.
chop it up, share a little bit with y'all about the fallacies of Easter. It's not to be intended to disrespect anybody, but of course,
You
you
know what
know,
I'm
me and the
saying?
Woo
Right.
Star, we always just want to get some information, and you know, you take it and run with it. You know what I'm saying? But we
Yep, you
always
take
get
it,
a
take it
fact.
for what it is. We ain't gonna give you nothing but the facts. You know what
No
I'm saying?
facts.
We're not gonna give you our opinion or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what they say about opinions, just like
Everybody
assholes.
knows.
Everybody
Everybody
got
got
one.
one. So we've been taught to deal with the facts as the master teacher, Dr. Malachi Z. York, has taught us facts. So when you ask us, what is our religion? Facts.
Fact.
What so a fact is something you know you can't dispute. It's has evidence.
Unshakable.
It's unshakable. As my man Wu, it's sturdy.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That foundation, you can't shake it, man. So it has that what is called sound right reasoning,
Sound right.
which
Yeah,
leads
sound.
to Wapu
Not sound as in what you hear.
here.
Sound as in sturdy. A great
Unshakable.
foundation.
Yes, sir. Unshakable. So, you know, we just wanted to chop it up with y'all because first and foremost, and we know it's for the babies. That all these holidays is for the babies, man. Pretty much. As you get a certain age and as you get older, you gotta cut that. I'm
That's
talking
right.
peace
You
with the
you
word.
got to get the real facts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right,
Because
man.
we not babies no more. You
Right.
know, we not children. We
And there's
are
no
adults.
children on here, so this
Right.
is this is uncut, unraw. So we talk about everything. We get down on the language, so it's not for the youth in that sense of young youth, pretty much
Mm.
18 and older. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we got it at. You know what I'm saying? We can definitely do some additions for the children for sure, because that they the most important anyway.
That's
But
right.
when it comes to us adults, you know what I'm saying? We've been given so much BS. Well, we got a comment.
Oh.
Oh, thank you, Ben, man. I appreciate that, man. Benjamin Smith, my man, Ben.
Hmm.
Stay next door to me on 75th, man. Appreciate that. Happy birthday. Shout out, Ben. I really do,
Yes,
my brother.
sir.
Yep. What's up, Muhammad?
Muhan, what's good,
He
bro?
say that he say this brother Muhammad from the lodge.
Okay,
He said that is where lies begin. They begin
that's
with
right.
parents and mentally, destabilizing the child from birth. Facts. That is the
That's
fact.
right.
That is the facts, brother Muhammad. And that's why we got to be the ones to correct the facts. Correct the lies with facts.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And
Yep.
give information where we can show them that this is our information. This is our customs, our tradition, our ways. And what I mean by that, meaning our culture. We
Yep.
follow
I
everybody
see.
else's culture, but not our
Yep.
own.
I see you, sister Huckabee. Yep.
West say put me in. Yeah,
West State put him in, huh?
West say put him in. Let me see, West. I'm gonna send you a linky. West, see if
And
I
that
can
Linky.
send you a linky.
Yeah, he said happy birthday.
Yes, sir. He called me early at work, man. I appreciate that, man. You know, that's
Mhm.
my dude, man.
Indeed,
West,
indeed.
man. So, Wes, I'm sending you a link, Wes Ski. Hopefully you get it. But I am sending you a link, my brother.
Hmm.
I should have known it said error.
Yeah,
Yeah, from that. So what I gotta do is in that situation, that's why I always do it from the phone now. I don't even do it from here no more. Because for some reason, the errors come in. I believe they kind of messed it up where we can't talk to our peoples, man.
that's right.
So I found a way to go around that bull crap. Yeah, follow, man. Because I keep
Yeah.
my people's on. So yeah, Wes, hold on, Wes. Give me 1 minute, my brother. But like me and Woo was saying, dealing with the facts. Thanks, bro. Thanks, Mahan. Appreciate you, my brother.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I really appreciate it. So, like we were saying, we talking about dealing with Easter Sunday, and again, like we said, this is not to disrespect anyone, but again, what we want to bring is we want to stop lying to our people, stop lying to our
That's right.
children, especially because they've been lied to for so long now. Well, now it's our
That's
time
right.
not lie to them anymore, man. You can't
Yeah.
keep doing.
One of the questions that I've been asking people for years, you know what I'm saying, about Easter. Like what what significance does a bunny have to do with the resurrection of so-called Jesus?
Right.
You know, so ah,
That's real. What does that have to do?
that's right. That's right, brother Muhammad. Brother Muhammad said we have to start putting real knowledge out and stop allowing traditions to keep a falsified record to continue. And that's the facts, bro. That is the facts. Traditions is good and everything, but what is the basis behind those traditions? You know what I'm saying? What what
Mm-hmm.
what what's the facts? What's the science behind them?
Right.
Uh, and some traditions they just have no science behind them. They
Right.
just
It's just a
you
tradition that
know
they've been doing because they've been
just
doing
a
it
tradition. Yeah,
with nothing behind it. No type of what am I looking for? No type of intentions to prove that tradition. It's just we doing this because we really don't know, but we made up our own. So this is what we're gonna call, and this is
right.
what it is.
My daddy did it, and his
Right.
daddy before him did it,
Get it?
and so on and so forth. So I'm gonna
Rah.
do it.
That's just like
No,
I was explaining to somebody about why this is not our customs. I said, first of all, let's just use slavery time. if we were taken from our land, if we were taken from our customs, our language, then you would already know this is not our language. So that's why it's confusing. And then she was like, well, we didn't know how to read. I said, that ain't true. I
Of
said, that's
course,
not
you didn't know how to read
we
English.
know how to read, write, and all that. It's just we didn't understand this type of culture because it's not a culture. It's made up of fake
Right.
words,
It's
fake
stolen.
hope, and false traditions. So of course we didn't know
Hmm.
this. It wasn't ours to know. So they made you think you couldn't read because English. No, we had our own language. We spoke our language very well. You know what I'm
And,
saying?
and
Very
and
well.
we read our language and wrote our language.
Language. That's right. You know what I'm saying? So it's not the fact that we couldn't read or write. No, we couldn't read or write that bull crap because it wasn't ours. And it's still not ours. That's why your boy Bush, I'm sorry, Trump, just said, we're making English a language.
He
You shouldn't
just
have to
said
make
that.
something that's already a language a language. So that's right, Muhammad.
Hmm.
Hey, what up, though? What's good? Soft? Yes, sir.
What's
Soft, what's
happening?
yes, sir. So, you know, us as men, like me and we always say, 55, 35, 55, get in the communities. We got to put back our
35 to
customs and our
55. Get back into the community.
we got to
That's
get
right.
back in the community. That's right, Wes. We was held accountable by our own parents. Parents these days chose to be the kids'
The
friends.
kids' friends. That's right.
That's real.
That's right.
That's
They want to
real.
be their friends and
Yep.
all of that stuff. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
real, man.
When they really need to be teaching them values and morals.
That's right. Ethics. You know what I'm saying? Moral.
Indeed.
You know, they don't do that. And one reason we know why, because they separated the families. They took the man out the house. And naturally, if you take the man out the house, the whole foundation gonna crumble because a woman cannot raise a man. I'm not saying that it can't be done in that sense of that, but a woman can't raise a man in that sense, man. You follow? So having both parents in a home is important. And
That's
they
right.
know that. You know what I'm saying? Just like a father just can't raise a child by themselves. You need both parents in the house. That's what it makes it a balancement. That's what makes it balanced. You know what I'm saying? When you don't have both, it takes the scales and it tips the scales. It makes it unbalanced in the home, man. So yeah,
Right.
you can have single mamas. Yeah, you can have single fathers. You know what I'm saying? Of course. But it's not the same when you have both parents in the home. It's not.
That's right.
It
Well,
is
like
not.
like you was just saying, the real B Dub, the birthday boy, was just saying that
Birthday.
it takes balancement. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Everything in the boundless universe. You know what I'm saying? Or universe says
Or
multiverses.
multiverses.
It's
Yes, sir.
all
Yes, sir.
all
So,
You got as above, so below.
yes,
You
sir.
got you got centripetal and centripetal forces. You know what I'm saying? You got you got you got up, you got down, you got in, you got out. It's always something to balance it out. You know what I'm saying? So you it's all balance.
That's real. I just again, as me and Woo, we always do. I was explaining to somebody, everything you do is in and out.
That's
Everything. I
right.
don't care what you do is in and out. You
It's
follow?
all in and out.
It's all
It's
in
all
and out.
it's called causality.
Yep. It's nothing you can. You go in the door, you come out the door. You put your sock on, you take your sock off. You put your foot in the shoe, you take your foot out the shoe. You step in the
That's it.
bathtub, you get out the bathtub. You cut the water on, the water comes through the faucet. It comes through the hole. So it's all in and out. No matter how you look at it, this whole planet, that's what it deals with. You
That's
know,
right.
so
You breathe
these
in, you breathe out.
out. You know, these
You
are
know what
these
I'm saying?
are our traditions. These are our sciences that we taught. You know what I'm saying? These are the things we taught our children from birth. You know what I'm saying? From 1 to 7. You know what I'm saying? As the mind developed from 1 to 7 as a child. You follow?
That's right.
So,
Those are the peak years
yep.
from 0 to 7.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Zero time reference, the point of your point
Hmm.
of entrance into this world. The moment you are
Yep.
in that womb, you are born. You
Yep.
are
The,
here.
mo- the moment you are what they call a dot or nukta
Yes, sir.
or el coop,
Yep.
you know what I'm
Muhammad
saying?
says when we compare our children to others globally, most others build their children on the different levels. They prepare their children to life because they
For
know
life.
their
Yep.
children are next up in the world for governing. Unlike
That's
most
right.
of us who train our or accept our children with entertainment, we look forward to the next line dance and the twerk position and not the preparation for leadership. That's so
That's
real,
right.
man.
That's
That
right.
is
That's
facts.
right.
That again, Muhammad, that's the facts, man. Because our ancestors ruled young. They didn't wait to get
Yes.
old. Our
That's
ancestors.
right. That's right.
That's right.
Think about Tut and all of them. You know what I'm saying?
Hey
Tut was
man, go
what?
ahead on, Brandon. Man, I ain't no 59 years old, boy. Get out of here.
Oh
Get
man.
your
What's
ass
up,
out of here.
V?
Brandon, my boy, man. What's up, man? I'm 52. You 7 years off.
Right.
Being funny, you big head joker. But yeah, man. That's the thing, man. We root. That's why. And they know this. That's why when they're young, they take what is called a bat mitzvah and a bar mitzvah. You follow?
Yep.
Take that at
That's
the
in
age
the
of
Jewish
13,
traditions. Yep. In the Jewish tradition.
the Jewish tradition, because they knew that
That's
a
what they do.
woman or young woman, when she has her cycle or her cycle around the age of 13, that's becoming into womanhood. And they know this. We knew this. Our
Womanhood.
ancestors
It's
knew
a,
this.
it's a rite of passage.
It's a rite of
They call
passage.
it a rite of passage.
Yes, sir. Thus, our rite of passages have been stripped from us and stolen. You follow? What they're doing now is being traded on the stock market. It's called your straw man.
The
And they're
straw man.
selling
That's
us
right.
on the stock market. Literally, your birth certificate is being sold every day. You know,
Yep.
so
They call it a birth bond.
yep. So man, these are the things that we have to get back into and talk about. Brandon said,
Mhm.
"Woo,
Woo.
the woo." So
Yes,
yeah,
sir, B.
so yeah, that's why we getting on here and we talking about Easter. You know, one of the major holidays, and it's crazy because it keep moving. It's never on the same
Hmm.
day. If it represents Jesus' birth or
Resurrection.
resurrection, right? How can the
Hmm.
resurrection keep moving? I was born April 22nd, 1973, Easter Sunday at 12 o'clock. My birthday has not been on that since then, since I was 11 years old. It has no longer been on that date. So how can that date move? You follow? It has moved several times. Now we got Sunday on Monday. I mean, we got Easter on Mondays, Easter on Wednesdays. You follow? Saturdays. It's jumping all around. Damn, the resurrection, shit, he the resurrection 900 times in different times.
Mhm.
That's because they've taken the time and thrown the time off also. All this is done purposely, man, to throw us off
All done purposely.
as a people so we can't catch back up to who and what we are. This is done purposely. You know what I'm saying? It's not to spook anyone. It's not to discredit anybody. It's about us getting back as a culture, knowing who and what we are. That's all. It's not to belittle anybody. That's right. What'd you say, Brandon? Easter is about fertilization.
Fertilization.
That's
And
right.
that's why eggs are involved. Yeah,
That's right.
that's why the bunny. You see, we was gonna get into that, you know what I'm saying, when we got into the actual story,
Yes, sir.
fallacies of Easter.
Easter.
But definitely, you know, just the way the energy flowing. Definitely, um, the Easter bunny. The reason why they use a bunny is because of the fertility. You know what I'm saying? Is because of the fertility properties. You know, but bunnies have a large litter and so on and so forth. You know what I'm saying? And that hence the term stroke like a rabbit, F like a rabbit. You know what I'm saying? So, uh,
Right. And it's crazy because you got rabbits and you got hares.
right,
You got two types of species here.
that's
So,
right,
and both of them have what is called litters. They don't lay eggs.
right.
So Brandon is right when he talk about fertilization because that's what it's about, fertility.
Fertilization, right, right. And then you got to remember that uh, all of this came from a pagan religion. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Where they worship the fertility goddess, and her name was Easter.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
AKA Esther,
Esther or
AKA
Astaroth.
Ishtar
You know
or
what I'm saying?
Ishtar.
Or Ishtar.
Those
Right.
names changed due to language, but it was talking about the fertility god. And yes,
That's right.
the bunny is a sexual species, and they
Yep.
nocturnal, by the way.
Yep. But we can't forget brother Muhammad's point
Yeah,
right here. He
that's why I
said
put it up
we
there.
forget we forget it wasn't that long ago when we had our youth who were teenagers and early 20s take up leadership positions to try their best to move our people politically away from that which was destroying us.
That's right.
The Black Panther Party had value. They
Of youth,
did. They really did.
with a mentality of leadership. This is missing now. Now we allow false hopes, dreams to take over, and we don't allow our children to take the mentality like the youth before. I agree. I
Yeah.
agree. So
And then
wholeheartedly.
and then he also said from
Right. I'm going to
Christmas
take
to
that down.
Easter is the root and foundation of fabricated knowledge. They had to create fabricated sources in order to be accepted.
Facts.
Indeed, that- none but facts.
And we accepted it as such.
That's right.
We accepted those to be facts when they were never facts. They were never our facts anyway. Maybe theirs, but not ours. You know what I'm saying? So the term, and then you want to know why they color the eggs? Why they want the eggs colored? Because it starts in the womb. It starts in the
We are
womb, and it
you
starts
are
with
so right, Brandon.
huh?
You definitely right, B. We are under a spell. It's a spell of sleep. It's called the spell of Kingu or Leviathan.
Yep, of racial blindness and ignorance,
Yep.
not able to see the facts in front of you. That is true. That is so true. Thus, as always, we got all those books, man. But yeah, Brandon, you on point, man. You really are, bro.
hmm Man, hey, I just want to thank you guys for being engaging tonight. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying? You
yes.
know, it's our brother's birthday. And hey, man, let's make it a blast.
So, as you guys were just talking, I'm gonna skip past all of this here and get right into it. You follow? Because it's
Mhm.
important that we know these things. For many years, you have foolishly followed the traditions of men, and thus you have become a victim, prisoner to the lies, deceptions, and falsehoods of the devil. Now the time has come for you to get to the root of the lies, so that you will be. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Apologize. We'll finish that. We'll read that.
Hold on. I'm coming, y'all. I'm coming. Don't worry about it.
What'd you say, Woo?
I said I'm coming. Said
Let me go back. I might have hit the thing, the page, before I got up.
they say it was like
I know why I was. Now that the time has come for you to get to the root of these lies, so that you will be able to loosen the chains that are binding your soul. The time has come for you to receive instruction, so that you will be able to see the light of truth, because you have been made a fool.
mm-hmm.
While you have been solemnly observing what you think is a feast commemorating the resurrection of the Messiah Jesus, the devil has been laughing right in your face. The devil knows that the Messiah or Messiah, Jesus, was never crucified. He knows that there was no such thing as a resurrection. He definitely knows that Easter, just like Christmas, the so-called birthday of the Messiah Jesus, is nothing but a false pagan holiday. And like Muhammad just said.
That's right.
And I was saying, because the date will remain the same. It wouldn't change. It'll be on the same day. Just like your birthright. Your birthright is the same time every year. On the 22nd. My birthday is on the 22nd. Or your birthday is what it is. It doesn't move. It's the same. So why would you keep changing the days? Oh, Easter fall on the 13th. Oh, Easter fall on the, you see what I'm saying? It wouldn't fall on different days. It would be the same day every year. It says,
Because after all,
because after all, he was the one who instituted them. Yet there you are, accepting the Luciferians and their doctrine. And we'll get into that. I have the whole Luciferian conspiracy. That book is so, oh my goodness, I love it. Without even questioning what you claim to believe in so strongly. Easter, Christmas, along with the other false holidays that have been instituted throughout the ages, are nothing but tools that the devil uses to keep you off the path of the Most High. I knew. Referred to edition 82, The Fallacies of Christmas. If finding out that the truth about the Messiah Jesus, one of the prophets of Anu, the Most High, is your deepest and most heartfelt goal, are you then going to reject the truth when you finally find it? Let us take a journey through these pages of the fallacies of Easter so that you can see for yourself that Easter is nothing but a false holiday, holy day, which in reality has nothing to do with the Messiah Jesus. Do not let yourself become like the heathen in the desert who shall not see the truth of Anu, the Most High, and shall inhabit the perched places in the wilderness in a salt land that is not inhabited. Easter, its origin and meaning. Easter, like many other pagan holidays that are celebrated by Christians and non-Christians alike, find its origins in the Babylonian Empire, ruled by Nimrod. The word Babylonian is derived from the Greek word Babel, meaning confusion, chaos, vanity, emptiness, or nothingness. Babylonian was the first major civilization founded by Nimrod and his followers. Today, New York City is the capital of the Babylonian Empire. Nimrod was the son of Cush, the son of Ham, who was the son of the apostle Noah, and was regarded by many as a master hunter, referred to Genesis 10:18. At first, Nimrod ruled Syria, Persia, and all the Tigris-Euphrates area. When he became established on the throne of royalty, Nimrod governed his subjects with justice and rectitude until the expiration of a considerable time. He was blessed with prosperity and good fortune, as long as he was still following the ways of the ancient Sumer or the Anunnaki Elohim. You know this to be the truth from Genesis 10:10, where it speaks of the fortress of Kalana, meaning fortress of Anu, who is the Most High, Elion, Elion, El, the only true El. And that's real, because the Moors never used the word Bay or Al. They used El. I'll get into that another time. At first, Nimrod governed his subjects with justice and rectitude until Satan, in the form of Merlin the magician, the unequaled companion in the art of seduction. I'm gonna pause for a minute. If anybody watched the last Transformers with the
Mm-hmm.
Prime, Merlin was in there. He was the magician. You follow? So they know these things and they put it in movies. Merlin has been through all the movies dealing with King Arthur and the knights and all that. It's a reason why they put that in there with the magician, because they know about Merlin, like it was just mentioned. At first, Nimrod governed. Oh, I'm sorry, I said that part where I'm at. Oh,
The unequal champion.
the unequal champion in the art of seduction inspired him, Nimrod, with the diabolical suggestions of haughtiness and
Tyranny.
tyranny. It was then that Nimrod overstepped the dignity of a king and claimed himself to be the partner of Anu, the Most High. And eventually, Anu, the Most High himself, in Aramic Hebrew, a dialect of Ashuric Syriac Arabic, Nimrod means we will rebel or let us rebel. From the Aramic Hebrew word marad. In Ashuric Syriac Arabic, Nimrod is the same root letters are found in Marad. Nimrod was incomplete. Nimrod was in complete opposition to the laws and commandments of Anu, the Most High. The system of his opposition was to control the Amorites, mountain dwellers, cursed white lepers, so as to have them believe that Nimrod was the creator and would be worshipped as such. And I know y'all saying right now, what does this got to do with Easter? What does any of this got to? It got a lot to do with Easter, because a
Mm-hmm.
lot of you are celebrating other people's times and places during those times of what they were doing, and you thinking it's the resurrection of the Messiah Jesus when you're really representing Nimrod.
Right. And remember earlier we was talking about those traditions
Mm,
and things like that that we just follow, haphazardly without even knowing the history behind it or our story behind it.
no doubt. And it also says Nimrod's name is interpreted as he who made all people rebellious against Anu, the Most High. And if you get a chance and you read Genesis 10 through 11, you'll find out why that's being said. Nimrod was also overbearing. It is said that he married his own mother, whose name was Semiramis.
Semiramis.
Yep.
Semiramis.
Semiramis became the Babylonian queen of heaven. Through the generations in this idolatrous worship, Nimrod also became false Messiah, the son of Baal, the sun god, in his false Babylonian system. The mother and child, Semiramis and Nimrod, became chief objects of worship. The worship of a mother and child.
Spread over the world.
That's right. The son of Baal, the sun god, and Nimrod became chief objects. Child spread it over the world. The name varying in different countries and languages. For example, in Egypt, it was Isis, mother, and Horus, child. Even in the Greece or China, Japan, and Tibet, there is a counterpart of the Madonna, made up long before the birth of the Messiah Jesus. China, you had Shinmu, Holy Mother. Egypt, you had Isis, goddess of Horus and child. Ephesus, Diana, mother of goddess. Greece, Aphrodite, goddess. Israel, Astra, goddess, and Baal, child. Rome, Venus, goddess, and Jupiter, child. Scandinavian, Disha. Ancient Germans, Hathra. What's this?
I wanna
Uranus,
I, I just
Nutra.
I just wanna everybody to pay attention, close attention to that Israel one. The Israel one, and it says Ashtaroth, goddess, and Baal,
Wow.
child.
Wow.
Because Ashtaroth, that's gonna be real significant as we go further on in here.
No doubt. Which uh I'm not gonna be on here that long.
Right.
I'm gonna
Well,
let
I'm
I'm
gonna just tell you, Astaroth, that is the fertility goddess that everybody is
talking about.
Everybody's talking about. You know, that's
Easter
where you get the Easter.
or the Esther. It says Asia, Sybil, and son Dias. The Hindu believe in the Trinity, which is the three gods that are supreme over the demigods, such as Vishnu, Brahma, Shiva,
Brahma and Shiva,
the god of
the god
destruction,
of destruction.
Madonna, and
Mhm.
some from different countries. And it's crazy because after every mass, the Pope goes back to his chambers and gives homage to the Madonna and Child, the Black Madonna and Child, to be exact.
Mhm.
These are the facts. This is nothing we making up. You can research this. Like I said, I know we got on here a short time, but
Mhm.
me and Wu next week we're gonna get back into this. And as
Yeah.
y'all can see, I just want to give y'all a little bit of this real quick and read the rest of this.
Right.
It was during the 4th and 5th centuries that the pagans of the Western Europe were accepting the newly popular Christianity by the hundreds and thousands. They did not hesitate to carry their old customs and traditions along with them. So along came the Trinity, Christmas, Easter, and many other pagan practices that people today attribute to the Messiah Jesus, referred to as Holy Injil, which is the book of Revelations. We have it. Nowadays, the Pope of the Roman Catholic Church is symbolic of Nimrod. Once they became Christians and started to celebrate this feast, which comes in the spring, they kept the old name of their spring goddess, and the feast became known as Easter. The word Easter and the German word Ostern came from a common origin, Estra, oyster, which to the Normans meant the season of the rising
Norseman. Yeah.
sun, the season of the new birth. The word was used to designate the feast of the new life in the spring. The same root is found in the name for the place where the sun rises, east
Mm.
or ost. The word Easter then originally meant the celebration of the spring sun, which has its origin in the east and brought new life upon the earth. This symbolism was then transferred during the Christian era to the meanings of Easter. You all know today, which is supposed to represent the new life of the Messiah Jesus, or what the Christians call his resurrection.
Resurrection.
I'm gonna stop there. Next week we'll go into where it says was the Messiah Jesus resurrected. We'll go into that next week. But these are just some of the things that we have to research and get into because this is not our customs and traditions by far. This is not
Not
us.
that far at all.
This is definitely not us, man. So man, we just wanted to come on. Yep, the Council of Nicaea, no doubt. Muhammad, I couldn't see
Council of
all that at the
Nicaea.
time. I'm was reading. But yes, the Council of Nicaea, definitely.
The two councils of Nicaea.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So man, next week we definitely gonna get into it. Tune in Monday, 7 o'clock. Myself, the real B-Dub, and of course,
The
the
Woo Star.
This is ITB Next Level
Next
Podcast,
Level
y'all.
Podcast, y'all.
We want to appreciate it. It's the real B-Dub's
Yeah.
birthright. I got to go kick it.
Yeah. Birthday, birthday, birthday.
Birthday. I love
You finna
everybody.
celebrate.
We appreciate it. Why would Jesus have to resurrect? Facts. Brandon, we're going to say that, Brandon. I like that. We're going to say that.
That's right.
Because even in that word, resurrect, the key word is meaning to do over.
Right. To do over.
Something that was done before. So, hey, let's keep that. Let's talk about it next week. I love all you brothers, man.
Man.
All you sisters, definitely. Without y'all, us men
It
wouldn't
wouldn't
be
be
here.
no us.
We
That's right.
wouldn't be here. So we are y'all protectors, and we're here to protect that what is sacred, not secret. I love everybody. Woo Daddy.
Yes, sir.
Peace. I love it.